Hello, everyone, and welcome to Greyhammer. Today we're going to be going over the Kharadron Overlords. Technically one of my least favorite factions, just the way that they play. I like shooting, but I don't like the style of shooting that they do. But we'll get on with it. So we've gone over these battle traits, so I'll just let that sit there. You can pause it as normal. We have not gone over all the battle formations, so we'll go with the Iron Sky Attack Squadron. Passive is ignore the first damage point that would be allocated to each friendly sky vessel in each phase. Aether runners add 2 to the move characteristic of friendly sky vessels. The Engineers Guild Expeditionary Force. You pick a friendly non-unique, given an artifact of power from the inventions of the Skyport. And you get that during deployment, not during army composition. Interesting. And then the Grudge Settler protocols, once per battle in your shooting phase, add 3 to the range used by Grunstock Thunderers and Grunstock Gun Haulers. Sorry, my dog's still bothering me from the last episode. Heroic traits, you get the Indran Maestro, add 2 to the rend of ranged weapons used by friendly Kharadron infantry wholly within 12. The Cunning Fleet Master, each time a friendly sky vessel wholly within 12 inches uses the redeploy, roll 2 dice and use the highest result. And then the Grudge Bearer in the deployment phase, pick an enemy unit, double the damage of this unit's weapons for attacks that target the enemy unit for the rest of the battle. I think Indran Maestro is going to be not super useful because 2 inches to the range doesn't really help that much. Probably Cunning Fleet Master, Grudge Bearer. There's not too many melee characters that you want to be getting into melee combat. I guess you could do it, but it only makes them an okay melee combat. Artifacts of power once per battle in any shooting or combat. You can pick an enemy monster within 12 until the start of the next turn. Subtract 1 from the number of dice rolled when making charge rolls for the target to a minimum of 1. The Celestial Burst Grenade, once per battle. Pick an enemy unit within 12. Ward rolls can't be made for them. And once per battle reaction, when your opponent declares a spell within 30, they can unbind it. I think the Burst Grenade or the Voidstone Orb is going to be the strongest one. Brock Granderson, I believe we've already gone over his rules. He's a really powerful character. But you wouldn't be able to put the artifact on him because he's unique unless that has changed, which I don't believe it has. Then again, I don't remember saying that, so I'll have to go over that again. Indran Master with Dirigible Suit, basically same thing as Brock Gunderson, except you pick a friendly sky vessel, you can on a 2-up heal 3, and then your passive, you add 1 to field repair rolls for friendly engine riggers while they're wholly within 12. So you get some healing for your sky vessels. Your Arcanaut Admiral, which is your kind of melee combat character. Okay, he could do 3 attacks, 3-up, 2-up, rend 1, 6 damage against the Grudged guys. So, okay. Could be good. In your hero phase, always take what you're owed. You pick a friendly Arcanate company, add d6 to their control score, so pretty useful. Once per battle in your shooting phase, pick a friendly sky vessel wholly within 24, add 1 to the attacks of their ranged weapons, and then once per battle in the deployment phase, pick an Arcanaut Ironclad or Arcanaut Frigate. Each time they use the all-out command ability while this unit's wholly within 12, no command points are spent, so it's his flagship. That's pretty powerful. The Aetheric Navigator has Aether Sight. They can use Unbind as if they are Wizard 1. And they have the Read the Winds. Roll 6 dice for each 1. Pick a visible enemy unit within 18 inches. For each 6, pick a visible friendly sky vessel unit within 18 inches to be the friendly target. Inflict D3 mortal damage on any enemy target. If any damage points are allocated to an enemy target by this ability, have its move. And you add 3 to the move characteristic of each friendly unit until the start of your next turn. And that's in your hero phase. mouthful of an ability to slow down your enemy and speed up your allies. Drecky Flint. You pick a friendly Argonaut frigate. It's got the Aisling keyword. Add one to the damage characteristic of the target's melee weapons for the rest of the battle. Dog is still annoying me. I'm gonna see if I can get him in my lap. Auxiliary Skyhook. Pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit to be the target. Roll D3 on a 2-up. Inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. It's all right. And then passive, she can handle it. You can reroll run rolls and charge rolls for the Aisling while this unit is within its combat range. All right. Pretty niche character. Your Indran Master. Okay, so he could also be your melee character. With Indran Harmonious. You pick once per turn in your hero phase, you pick a friendly sky vessel, roll dice on a 2-up. They can retreat and run and still use shoot abilities, and no mortal damage is inflicted by retreat abilities. And then Indran Master, pick a friendly sky vessel unit, roll a dice on a 2-up, heal 3 to the target. Then you've got the Code Right. Advisory roll, pick up to 3 visible friendly Kharadron Overlords. Roll dice for each target. On a 3-up, pick one of the following effects to apply to the target. Add 2 to their control score, add 1 to run and charge rolls, or no mortal damage is inflicted by retreat. So the Sky Vessel, the one that allows Sky Vessels to run away on 2 dice instead of 1, actually could be really powerful with either this guy or the Indran Master. So that's interesting for sure. Aether Chemist. Once per turn in your shooting phase, you pick a friendly Kharadron Overlords. Infantry, hold within 12. On a 3-up, add 1 to the rend of their ranged weapons. And then Atmospheric Isolation in the combat phase. Roll a dice on the 3-up, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the target's combat attacks. So basically, you can nerf enemy in combat with them. Arcanat Company, you've got very complicated different weapon options, and then your Glory Seekers, you add 1 to hit rolls for this unit's attacks that target an enemy unit contesting an objective. So pretty useful unit for sure. Also a super hard one to do calculations for how good they are because they have so many weapon options. Engine Riggers, also same boat. You're just tons of weapon options, which is unusual for every other army. But the Engine Riggers, you pick a friendly sky vessel in combat range, make a field repair roll for each model in this unit. For each roll of 4 to 5, heal 1 to the target. For each 6, heal 2 to the target. So you can keep your sky vessels going for longer. I think healing sky vessels is pretty powerful, and that's going to be wild. Sky Wardens are the more assault versions of them. You've got your sky pipes. And so you've got these timed charges. You pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit at the end of any turn. On a 2-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll, and you can use the retreat without any mortal damage being inflicted on it. So pretty powerful. Grunstock Thunderers, again, lots of weapon options. They did kind of consolidate them, but still a lot. And in your shooting phase, hold this position if they have not used a move and were not set up. Their ranged weapons get shoot in combat, so can make them actually really good defensive units. Ironclad, 20 wounds, 3-up save, lots of weapon options. The heavy bomb racks, pick an enemy unit that does not have the fly, and this unit passed across. Roll 10 dice for each 4-up inflicted mortal damage. It can transport up to 3 Kharadron infantry units with a combined model count up to 22. And then deployment phase, great engine works. You pick one of these. You've got the magnificent omniscope, add 2 to the move. The collapsible compartments, add 1 to the total number of units and 10 to the total amount of models that the unit can transport. Or the repulsion field, they can use the unbind ability as if it was Wizard 1. Really powerful abilities there. The Argonaut frigate, little less wounds. Your charge phase, you have the assault boat. The unit cannot use this ability if it's in combat or is used to run or retreat. Pick a number of units up to its transport capacity that are wholly within 6 inches of it and that have not charged this turn to be targets. Then make a charge roll of 2d6. Remove the targets from the battlefield, then this unit can move a distance up to the value of the charge roll and must end the move within half an inch of a visible enemy unit. Then set up the targets wholly within this unit's combat range. The targets can be set up in combat and have strike first. This unit and the targets have now charged. So, if you have a lot of units, you can basically zoom them into combat with one charge roll. Can be useful, especially if you buff up his charge at all. Can transport up to 2 infantry units and combined model count up to 12. And then medium bomb racks, pick an enemy unit that does not have flying and is passed over, roll 6 dice to reach 4 up, deal mortal damage. And then the small one, the Grunstock gun hauler. You've got sky cannon or drill cannon, light bomb racks, you roll 4 dice for each 4 up inflicted mortal damage. Can bring 1 unit with a model count up to 5, and while any friendly ironclads or frigates are within this unit's combat range, both this unit and the friendly unit have a ward of 6 up, which is crazy powerful. You're running this thing along your ironclad every single time to give that 6 up ward to make him even more tanky. I think this is going to be powerful to run multiple ships and do like a retreat and charge builds and just being able to be super maneuverable. The Kharadron Overlords, you've got an Arcanaut Admiral, 5 Arcanaut Company, including the Skypike, 5 Arcanaut Company with the light Skyhook and Aethermatic volley gun, 3 Sky Wardens, and an Arcanaut Frigate. Kind of crazy spearhead rolls. They've got the Ply the Skies when you declare a non-charge movability for the Arcanaut Frigate. You basically can put guys in it. It's the same thing. Regiment abilities, you pick one of these. You can, once per battle, pick a friendly unit that was teleported or transported. They can still charge. And then once per battle in your phase disengage, pick the Arcanaut. It can retreat and not take mortal damage and can still shoot. Enhancements, you either get a ward of 6 up with Master Rot Armor. Once per battle, when you declare charge, you can re-roll the charge roll. Once per battle, heal d6. And then a once per battle, pick a friendly Arcanaut Company wholly within 12, roll a dice for each slain model. For each 4 up, you can return a model. And then you've got, of course, your Arcanaut being your kind of melee character. Your Sky Wardens, they don't have the heal. Then the Arcanaut Companies and the Arcanaut Frigate doesn't have any of his cool abilities besides the bomb racks, which is greatly diminished, but still pretty powerful. 15 wounds is really strong in Spearhead. I think that running like the Code Right or the Indrin Master as your general could be really powerful with these frigates and ironclads, along with the combined arms with the Grunstock gun haulers kind of acting as support modules. This is going to be a shorter video because there's not too many units for this faction. I'm just kind of talking over it. Brock Grundson is a really powerful. So he gets that ability as well. So you'd even run Brock with that. So really powerful ability to be maneuverable with your frigates. Let me double check the movement on those frigates and ironclads and so forth. Ironclad moves 10, frigate moves 12, and gun hauler, I'm guessing, okay, 12 too. So even the ironclad is pretty fast. And if you know who you're facing beforehand, you can pick whether you're doing more anti-monster or anti-infantry. usually I would say go with the anti-infantry because it's not guaranteed you're going to have a monster. But I think this is going to be a powerful faction. I mean, I think all of them have some pretty powerful rules. I think it will be interesting. Again, I'm excited for my 1,000 point game that I should be doing this Saturday, and the episode will probably be coming out Monday. Um, it might take a little bit to edit it because I don't want it to be super long, so we'll see about that. Um, but it will be Stormcast Eternals versus Blades of Corn. Please please forgive me and my friend for any unpainted models. This is called Greyhammer for a reason. I've explained this before, but the Greyhammer refers to unpainted miniatures, which we have a ton of. And also there may be proxy in the battle, but we'll go over that in that battle report. Anyways, like, subscribe, let me know what unit you're most excited about in this faction, or what faction you're most excited to see me review. I haven't even looked at the other Grand Alliances because I've just been so busy recording these. Um, I'm really excited to get into it and see what might be my next army, but I've still got some armies I'm looking at finishing. But yes, let me know in the comments what you like, what you don't like about these new rules, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.